Let's practice damage control. Yes, this is week number 6, the nutrition habit for the starting strength program, damage control. Now, let's say your friends invite you to dinner. They choose the restaurant. You have no choice of what you can do. What you can do is plan ahead, like we have for week number 2. Plan ahead and look at the menu of what you're going to have. Damage control says, let's say you go to a place and 80% of their food options are just high calorie, junk, garbage food. Of course it's going to taste good. I'm not saying anything about the taste. Sure, it's going to taste amazing, but you got to think, how's this going to make you feel afterwards, and what's it going to do for your results? If it's going to make you feel slow, sluggish, bloated, and all these feelings you don't want to feel, be smart with your choices. So plan ahead, look at their menu. Damage control is when you opt for things that are going to be better. So, give you an example here. Let's say there's a fried chicken sandwich and a grilled chicken sandwich. You probably know what's going to be better for you, the grilled chicken sandwich. If it comes with 3 different kinds of sauces on there, try to move 1 to 2 of those sauces. I'm not saying eat it dry, because dry chicken sucks. Have a little bit of something on there, but try to limit how much you have. So there's 3 ways that you can really practice damage control. Number 1, try not to eat the fried foods. Do your best on eliminating all fried foods possible. Let's say you're going out to a Mexican restaurant and they give you chips and salsa. You got to think, hey, would you eat 10 tortillas? If they laid out 10 corn tortillas, would you eat 10 corn tortillas? You'd probably be like, no, that's a hell of a lot of corn tortillas. But chances are you're eating that much fried in oil when it comes to chips and salsa, because they got the salt on them, they're crunchy, they're crispy, a little bit of salsa, they taste good. Try to avoid that. If you do want to have some chips and salsa, take a handful, put it on your plate, and that's the amount of chips and salsa that you get for the night. Make sure you limit that. One other thing you can do is, if they have different options of sides, choose the sides that are more vegetable based. Ask them, hey, do you douse them in butter or oil? If they say, hell yeah, we do, that's how they taste better, try to tell them, hey, just keep the butter and oil off to the side, because you don't want those in your vegetables. One other way, this is number 2, you can practice damage control, is decrease the amount of sauces. Try to get rid of all the condiments. If you like ranch, I know my wife, she loves ranch, especially on pizza. But what we do is, instead of ordering 2 different kinds of ranch, we get 1. So limit the amount of sauces that you have. If you are going for sauces, choose sauces that have a lot less calories. There's 2 things to look for. Number 1, if the sauce is thick, it's going to have a lot of fat. If the sauce is sweet, it's going to have a lot of sugar. Aim for sauces that are a little more thin and vinegar based. So think hot sauce. All hot sauces are very low calorie. Vinaigrettes. And then finally, salsa. Salsa is also a really good condiment that a lot of people don't use. Soy sauce is another one. A little goes a long way. Teriyaki sauce is okay. It's kind of in the middle. Teriyaki sauce has a little bit of sugar in there, but it doesn't have much fat. So just be smart with how much condiments you're using, and don't lay that sauce on thick. Use just enough that you can get the flavor and the taste to add to the foods. The last thing you can do to practice damage control is decrease the amount of liquid calories you have. Whether that is through alcohol, or through sodas, or through sweetened beverages of some kind, like coffee with a lot of sugar in it. Decrease the amount of calories you have in your liquid drinks. Try to only drink liquids that have no calories at all, so that we can save them for your foods. So to practice damage control, you're going to want to plan ahead. All right? You're also going to want to avoid fried foods, decrease how much sauce you're having, and then also avoid having liquid calories. Now you got to think, what if you're in a place, let's say somebody invites you to a friend's house and you don't have any options over the food at all. The food that is being served to you is being served to you, and that's all you have. What do you do then? You limit how much you eat. Nobody's saying, hey, you have to eat this entire plate of food. You're an adult. You can make those choices yourself. So you practice damage control when you only have one option around by limiting the quantity of food that you eat. Stop when you feel satisfied, not when you feel full. And what you can do is, even if you're a little bit hungry later on, when you're home and you're in a place where you have more choice over what you can eat, then eat a little bit later on. But those are the ways you can practice damage control. Swap out fried foods, ditch the condiments, try to not have any sort of liquid calories, and if you can't do any of those things, limit the quantity of how much you're eating. Give that a go. Damage control is going to be a thing that you can use for the whole of your life to not just earn the results, but also maintain your results. So keep that in mind always. Am I practicing damage control, or am I just treating my body like a garbage can? All right? We want to make you to feel better, earn the results, so let's practice damage control. If you have any questions, you know what to do. Hit me up, and I'm here to help.